Next, applications of first law of thermodynamics. So right, first application, isothermal process. So in isothermal process, temperature constant, right? According to first law of thermodynamics, we know that dq equals to du plus dw. So in order to maintain temperature constant in isothermal process, then there is no change in internal energy. No change in internal energy. That means du equals to 0. Therefore, dq equals to dw. Then the heat which is generated in the system is equals to the work done of the system. This is the isothermal process. Next, adiabatic. So right, in adiabatic, temperature changes, and in adiabatic, heat exchange does not take place, right? Then dq equals to 0. So according to first law of equation, dq du plus dw, then du minus dw, then dw equals to minus du. So in adiabatic process, when we compress the piston, that means when we apply the force on the system, that is the work done on the system shows negative sign, right? When the work is done by the system, then the work is done by the system, that is expands, the sign shows positive, right? This is about adiabatic process. Next, a cycle of process. A cycle of process, that means cyclic process. We know when the system moves from initial to final, then final to initial, that means it takes original position again. That means internal energy is 0 and dq equals to dw. A cycle of process means when the system moves from initial to final and again to initial, then reaches original. That means internal energy equals to 0. Then du equals to 0 means dq equals to dw. Heat given to the system is equals to the work done. Next, isochore. Heat given to the system equals to work done, right? Next application, isochoric. Fourth one, isochoric. So in isochoric process, the process which done at constant volume, in such a way work done is zero. The work done at constant volume, that means at constant volume du equals to 0, then work done equals to 0, then dq equals to du. Heat given to the system is equals to the internal energy of the system, right? Next one, isobaric process. The process which done at constant pressure, at constant pressure, right? We have, according to first law of thermodynamics, dq equals to du plus dw, right? Then dq equals to cv dt plus p dv. So at constant pressure we can write the equation like Cp dt, W means work done, dW equals to P dV, right? So we express the equation like this. So the process which is done at constant pressure is known as isobaric process. Next, free expansion. Sixth one, free expansion. So expansion means change in volume. That means volume will changes to V to dV, right? So here expands occur freely. For example, when we take a two vessels in a system, so when we fill it with one of the vessel with gas, so another with empty, then these two systems are closed with stopcock. So here stopcock we are used to release the gas from this system to this system, right? So here any internal energy is not done, because when we open the stopcock, then gas easily expands to the other vessel, right? So in free expansion no work done takes place. In free expansion work done doesn't take place. That means du equals to 0, dq equals to dw. And where here initial energy of the gas, then after expand, the final energy of the gas becomes equal. So in free expansion the initial energy and final energy both get equals, because here no work is done in the system. Only by using any stopcock, when we release it, the gas which is in the first vessel is easily entered to the second vessel, such that initial energy and final energy are equals. Next one, specific heat capacity of a gas. Next application. Seventh one, specific heat capacity of a gas. Most important application of thermodynamics. right? So we have already discussed that the system of thermodynamics have a variables like pressure, volume, temperature, and etc. So any one of the two variables are in stable. Two variables are in stable. Third one will act as function. That means most probably two variables are important to indicate or to explain the system of thermodynamical system, right? So we have u equals to f of v comma t, then du equals to dou v by dou t dt plus dou u by dou v dv at temperature. The equation we represented as 1. So then dq equals to du plus dw. Here dw means du plus p dv. Here du means dou u by, then dq equals to dou u by dou t volume dt plus dou u by dou v t dv plus pdv plus pdv. Then we represent this equation as 2. Right, next. Now we can divide both sides by dt. Dividing both sides by dt. Then dq by dt equals to dou u by, sorry here dt, right? Then dou u by dou t v dt dt cancel, then dou u by dou v t dv by dt plus pdv by dt. So here, so dou u by dou t v plus dou u by dou v at constant t plus p dv by dt. So at constant volume dq by dt, this equation will come 3. So dq by dt means here consider at constant volume, then means at constant volume means dv by dt equals to 0. Then here dq by dt we can write it as at constant volume, right? Cv, specific heat at constant volume. Then the equation 3 can be shown as Cv equals to dou u by dou t at constant volume. It becomes 0. Why? Because means dv by dt equals to 0. This is the specific heat at constant volume, right? If we consider at constant pressure, in second case at constant pressure, that means at constant pressure dq by dt by p is Cp, then dou u by dou v equals to 0. Dou u by dou e equals to 0. Then dq by dt at constant pressure equals to Cp. Then Cp equals to dou u by dou v at constant temperature plus P into dV by dt. This equation is the specific heat at constant volume. This is the specific heat at constant pressure and constant volume. These are the applications law, first law of thermodynamics. Among those 7 applications, specific heat capacity of a gas is most important.